What is he doing with
From
so many women?
chats that I popped upon, I think it's more like the girl didn't expect that happening. I think she said she's in her 20-something. The girl didn't expect that happening. The girl I'm talking about, it's more like my goddaughter.
First, that kind of person has a lot of influence. And if it's someone that is charismatic as well, carries himself well, you're very attractive to women.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how your face looks. You're just very attractive to women.
Doesn't matter how your face
It doesn't
looks.
matter how your face. It actually doesn't matter your physique.
Wow.
Once that personality is tight, once you carry that influence, once you're charismatic, definitely you will be very attractive to women. Now, when they're unable to manage it well, and when you're not helping them to manage it well, things like this are bound to happen. So it is a situation. Now, I'm not holding brief for the pastor, but clearly, if he also did not prepare himself for the kind of fame he has now, he will become very vulnerable as well. And these things are capable of happening. So it's a two-way traffic. It might not just be about him. It's also about, the women. The women
chosen
yes.
to lead.
Yes. So if those situations arise, what's going on right now is almost inevitable.
Yes. There is a psychology of people falling for other people's confessions. So for instance, I sit in the confession booth and thankfully I'm surrounded by people, so I'm safe. But for most people, after listening to the confessions of people, they tend to want to do the very same thing they came to confess. So a married woman comes to a pastor and says that I've been cheated on my husband and I don't know how to stop and I really need help. And the next person that she cheats with is the pastor she went to confess to.
Yeah.
What is the psychology behind that?
First, it's about need. And it's about attraction. Like I said earlier, the woman is vulnerable, but you've come to confess to a man whose issues you also don't know.
No.
He also might be vulnerable. He also might have his struggles. And when you begin to speak, he's got imaginations. He's got his struggles.
Yeah.
And before you know it, one thing leads to another. The job of a pastor that engages in counseling is not a very easy one. It's not a very easy one. And so most of the times, they are also advised to build certain walls around themselves. And security.
Not expose themselves so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is very important. And when you are speaking with the person, know what the limits are. And
don't ask for sordid details.
Well.
So you went to him and what happened? He says, I took off my blouse, and you ask what happened. What are you looking for?
You already know that it happened. You know? But then some of the times there are details that you might need in order to tell her, okay, these are the danger signals. These are signposts you must avoid. These are things you shouldn't do. But then there are some details you don't want to know because, these things create images.
Yeah.
They create images, and when you haven't dealt with your own issues and you're being fed with stuff like this, okay, it destroys you. And so the other thing I say to pastors is you know yourself. You know where you are, irrespective of what people call you. Please, don't say you can counsel if you can't, if you're not ready.
The ability.
Yes, you've got to be ready. And if you're not ready, please, move them to somebody else or tell them to go see another pastor. But don't set yourself up and...
Know your limits. This is Confessions on TV3. The conversation is getting very exciting.